Welcome to our channel, where the echoes of ancient wisdom awaken curious minds, and every story becomes a journey through time. Today, we begin one of the most powerful books ever written on wealth, money, and financial wisdom. Though written nearly a century ago, its lessons remain timeless. Simple principles that can change the way you earn, save, and grow your money forever. So sit back, relax, and listen carefully, because this story might change your financial future. The Richest Man in Babylon, Chapter 1. The Man Who Desired Gold. Bensir was a chariot builder for the great ancient city of Babylon. One day he sat on the low wall surrounding his property, gazing sadly at his simple home and his workshop, in which stood a partially completed chariot. He noticed his wife frequently appearing at the door of their house. She would give pointed glances in his direction that reminded him that the meal bag was almost empty and he should be working to finish the chariot. Funny how just a glance can say so much. He should be hammering and hewing, polishing and painting, stretching the leather over the wheel rims to prepare it for delivery so he could collect from his wealthy customer. Nevertheless, his fat, muscular body sat upon the wall. His mind was struggling patiently with a problem that he could not find an answer to. The hot tropical sun, so typical of this valley of the Euphrates, beat down on him mercilessly. Beads of sweat formed on his brow and trickled down unnoticed to his chest. Beyond his home towered the high terraced walls surrounding the king's palace. Nearby, grasping at the blue heavens, was the painted tower of the Temple of Bel. In the shadow of such grandeur was his simple home, along with many others that were far less neat and well-kept than his. Babylon was a lot like this, a mixture of grandeur and squalor, of dazzling wealth and dire poverty, crowded together without a plan or system within the protecting walls of the city. Behind him, had he cared to turn and look, he would have seen the noisy chariots of the rich jostled and crowded aside the sandaled tradesmen, as well as the barefooted beggars. Even the rich were forced to turn into the gutters to clear the way for the long lines of slave water carriers on the king's business, each carrying a heavy goat skin of water to be poured on the hanging gardens. Bensir was too engrossed in his own problem to hear or notice the confused hubbub of the busy city. It was the unexpected twanging of the strings from a familiar lyre that aroused him from his contemplation. He turned and looked into the sensitive, smiling face of his best friend, Kabi, the musician. "May the gods bless you with continued wealth, my good friend," began Kabi with an elaborate salute. "It looks like the gods have already been very generous, seeing as you don't need to labor. I'm happy for you and your good fortune. I hope I can share in your good fortune. Maybe you could share some money from your purse, which must be bulging at the seams, because otherwise you would be busy in your shop. All I need is 2 humble shekels to borrow until after the nobleman's feast tonight. You won't even miss them." "If I did have 2 shekels, I couldn't lend them anyway, not even to you, my best of friends, because they would be my fortune, my entire fortune. No one lends his entire fortune, not even to his best friend." "What?" exclaimed Kabi with genuine surprise. "You don't have 1 shekel in your purse, but you sit like a statue on a wall? Why don't you finish that chariot? How else can you provide for your noble appetite? This isn't like you, my friend. Where is your endless energy? Is something causing you distress? Have the gods brought you troubles?" "It must be torment from the gods," Bensir agreed. "It began with a dream, a senseless dream, in which I thought I was a man of means. From my belt hung a handsome purse, heavy with coins. There were shekels that I threw with careless freedom to the beggars. There were pieces of silver I used to buy fine things for my wife, and whatever I desired for myself. There were pieces of gold that made me feel assured of the future and unafraid to spend the silver. A glorious feeling of contentment filled me. You wouldn't have recognized me, your hard-working friend. You wouldn't have recognized my wife either. Her face was free from wrinkles and shining with happiness. She looked like the smiling maiden of our early married days. A pleasant dream indeed, commented Kabi. But why would such a pleasant dream turn you into a glum statue on the wall? Why, indeed, I'll tell you why. It was because when I woke up and remembered how empty my purse was, a feeling of rebellion swept over me. Let's talk it over together, because as the sailors say, we ride in the same boat. As youngsters, we went together to the priests to learn wisdom. As young men, we shared each other's happiness. As grown men, we have always been close friends. We have been contented subjects of our king. We have been satisfied with working long hours and spending our earnings freely. We have earned a lot of coins over the years, but to experience the joys that come from wealth, we have to dream about them. Bah! Are we any better than dumb sheep? We live in the richest city in the whole world. Travelers from all around say no cities equal it in wealth. There is a great display of wealth around us, but we don't have any for ourselves. After half a lifetime of hard labor, you, my best of friends, have an empty purse and say to me, "Can I borrow just 2 shekels until after the nobleman's feast tonight?" Then what do I say? Do I say, "Here is my purse, I will gladly share what is inside"? No, I admit that my purse is just as empty as yours. What is wrong with us? Why can't we acquire any more silver and gold than just enough for food and robes? Think about our sons as well. Are they not following in the footsteps of their fathers? Should they and their families and their sons live their lives in the midst of great treasures of gold and yet, like us, be okay with eating soured goat's milk and porridges? You have never talked like this before in all our years as friends, Bansir. Kabi was puzzled. I have never, in all those years, thought like this before. From early dawn until I was stopped by darkness, I have worked to build the finest chariots any man could make. I was soft-heartedly hoping someday the gods would recognize my worthy deeds and give me great prosperity. They have never done so. Finally, I realize they never will. It makes my heart sad. I want to be a man of means. I want to own lands and cattle, to have fine robes and coins in my purse. I'm willing to work for these things, with all the strength in my back, with all the skill in my hands, with all the brain power in my head. But I want for my work to be rewarded fairly. I'll say it again. What is wrong with us? Why can't we have our fair share of the good things that are so plentiful for those who have enough gold to buy them? I wish I knew the answer, Kabi replied. I am not any more satisfied than you are. The money I make with my lyre is quickly gone. I am always planning and scrimping so my family doesn't go hungry. Also, I really want a lyre large enough to truly sing the strains of music that surge through my mind. With an instrument like that, I could make music finer than anything the king has ever heard before. You should have a lyre like that. No man in all of Babylon could make it sing so sweetly. Not only the king, but the gods themselves would be delighted. But how would you get one when we're as poor as the king's slaves? Listen to the bell. Here they come. He pointed to the long column of half-naked, sweating water-bearers, plodding laboriously up the narrow street from the river. 5 in a row they marched, each bent under a heavy goatskin of water. Look at the leader. He is a fine figure of a man. Kabi pointed out the wearer of the bell, who was marching in front without a load of water. It's easy to see he was a prominent man in his own country. There are many strapping men in the line, Bansir agreed. They look as good as we do. Tall, blonde men from the north, laughing men from the south, little men from the nearer countries. They are all marching together from the river to the gardens, back and forth, day after day, year after year. They have no happiness to look forward to. Their beds are made of straw and they eat hard grain porridge. I pity the poor brutes, Kabi. I pity them too, but you made me see how little we differ from them. We are free men in name only. That is true, Kabi, unpleasant as the thought may be. We don't want to go on, year after year, living slavish lives, working, getting nowhere. Maybe we should find out how others acquired their gold and do what they do, Kabi inquired. Maybe there's a secret we might learn if we ask those who know, Bansir replied thoughtfully. We should start today, suggested Kabi. I passed our old friend Arkad riding in his golden chariot. He didn't look over my humble head, as many in his station might consider it their right. Instead, he waved to me so that all the onlookers could see him greeting and smiling at his friend, Kabi, the musician. I hear he is the richest man in all of Babylon, said Bansir. He is so rich. I heard he asks for his help in the affairs of the treasury, Kabi replied. So rich, Bansir interrupted. I'm afraid if I met him under the darkness of night, I would steal his fat wallet. Nonsense, scolded Kabi. A man doesn't carry around his wealth in a purse. A fat purse will be quickly empty if there is not a golden stream to refill it. Arkad has income that constantly keeps his purse full, no matter how much he spends. Income, that is the key, said Bansir. I want an income that will keep gold flowing into my purse, whether I sit on the wall or travel to distant lands. Arkad must know how someone can make an income for themselves. Do you think it's something he could explain to a simple mind like mine? I think he shared his knowledge with his son, Nomasir. I think I heard a story about him at the inn. Didn't he go to Nineveh and become, without the help of his father, one of the richest men in that city? Kabi, you just gave me a brilliant idea. A new light gleamed in Bansir's eyes. It costs us nothing to ask a good friend for wise advice, and Arkad has always been a good friend. It doesn't matter that our purses are as empty as an old falcon's nest. Let's not let that stop us. We are tired of being without gold in the midst of plenty. We want to become men of means. Come on, let's go to Arkad and ask how we too can get an income for ourselves. You speak with such inspiration, Bansir. You have given me a realization. You made me realize why we have never found any measure of wealth. We never looked for it before. You have honed your craft until you were able to build the best chariots in Babylon. This is what you have devoted your life to, and you succeeded. I strove to become a skillful lyre player, and I succeeded. What we give our best effort to, we succeed at. The gods were happy to let us continue as we had been doing. Now we see a light, bright like the rising sun. It wants us to learn more so we can prosper more. With this new knowledge, we will find honorable ways to accomplish our new desires. Let's go to Arkad today. Also, let's ask our other friends from childhood who haven't done any better than we have to join us so they can receive his wisdom too. You have always been thoughtful of your friends, Bansir. That is why you have so many. We will go today and take them with us.